Alright, today is wild. The Harry Potter TV series is picking up speed, Daniel Radcliffe is suddenly everywhere again, Tom Felton is breaking Broadway, Universal Orlando is shutting one of its biggest Potter rides for a bit, and we've got a fresh batch of leaks and confirmations about what the HBO reboot is actually changing from the movies. And some of these changes are massive. And yes, we're breaking it all down. Let's go. Let's start with Daniel Radcliffe, because he somehow managed to go viral again without saying anything controversial, which might be the rarest magic trick in the wizarding world. Radcliffe was on Late Night with Seth Meyers with the cast of Merrily We Roll Along, and he admitted something that every Harry Potter fan secretly wonders. The guy has heard every possible wizard joke. Every pun, every "you're a wizard, Harry," every "Expelliarmus your stress away." He's immune to all of it. But then Seth Meyers' producer joked that Radcliffe's 2-year-old son is named Voldemort because Daniel refuses to reveal the kid's real name in public. And Radcliffe actually laughed. Genuinely laughed. The man has been immune to Potter jokes for 25 years, and that's the one that broke him. But the real heartwarming moment came when he talked about the new Harry, 11-year-old Dominic McLaughlin, who's leading the HBO reboot. Radcliffe wrote to the kid. He didn't give him advice, didn't tell him how to play Harry, didn't even pretend to be the wise old veteran. He just told him to enjoy it, and hopefully enjoy it even more than he did. That's honestly the healthiest way Radcliffe could have handled it. No cameo, no attempt to be part of the production, no weird passing of the torch publicity stunt. Just a quiet message saying, have fun. If you want more updates on Dominic and the rest of the cast, seriously drop a comment. Should I make a full cast breakdown? And hey, quick reminder to like the video if you're enjoying it so far. It really helps the channel stay alive in the YouTube algorithm jungle. Alright, it's official. In 2025, Draco Malfoy is dragging the entire Harry Potter franchise back into the cultural spotlight. Tom Felton joined Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway on November 11th, and the numbers are honestly insane. The play hit a record-breaking $2.97 million weekly gross, the highest it's ever made since opening in 2018. That's not a bump. That's not a little boost. That's a resurrection. And it's so big that producers extended Felton's run all the way to May 10th, 2026, because fans basically swarmed the theater like they were reliving 2009 Draco Malfoy Tumblr energy. But the most interesting part is what this means for the entire franchise. Studios love data like this because it proves one thing: nostalgia sells. Especially when the nostalgia comes with the actual actors people grew up with. The play nearly doubled its income purely because Felton showed up. Let me know, by the way, would you watch Felton return as an older Draco in a future HBO spin-off? I honestly think it's more possible now than ever. If you're still watching, hit subscribe, because apparently we live in a world where Draco Malfoy is carrying Broadway on his back. Alright, theme park fans, this one's for you. Universal Orlando quietly announced a temporary closure for the Hogwarts Express on December 3rd. It's supposed to reopen on December 4th, but these dates always come with a little subject to change asterisk. It's a short closure, but it's annoying because the train is basically the easiest way to move between the two Wizarding World areas without roasting in the Florida sun or walking through City Walk with 40,000 other tourists. But don't panic. Both lands stay open, and the closure is part of routine maintenance. There's also a longer closure coming in February 2026. And honestly, if you've ever ridden the Hogwarts Express, you know it's more than transportation. It's immersion. The windows, the shadows, the Dementors, the ministry workers, the sounds. It's essentially a mini ride you happen to use to get to lunch. So yeah, it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. And it does give you a reason to wander around King's Cross or Hogsmeade without rushing straight to the train. Tell me in the comments, what's your favorite Wizarding World ride? If you pick Flight of the Hippogriff, I will not judge you, but I will worry about you. Let's talk HBO now, because this is where the real meat of today's news is. The reboot isn't just dusting off the old movies and calling it a day. They're going full on with extra storylines, deeper characters, and big structural shifts from what most people saw in the films. And based on casting announcements, set photos, and official statements, you can already see how ambitious this version is. Here's what the production is doing differently, and why some fans are freaking out. Characters added early. Lucius Malfoy and Cornelius Fudge will appear in Season 1, even though they weren't in Book 1 at all. Probably short scenes, just enough to set up the political tension and Lucius's influence. Actors are closer to book ages. Papa Esidu is 35 playing Snape, much closer to the character's canon age. Lily and James will be young. The Order will feel younger, more reckless, more tragic. This actually changes the emotional tone of the story in a huge way. Vernon's workday returns. We're finally getting Vernon Dursley's chaotic day at Grunnings, complete with the wizard in the purple suit and the magical celebrations overflowing into the Muggle world. It's a moment the films completely skipped, and it sets the tone way better. Dumbledore meets Nicholas Flamel. Yep, the show is adding whole new scenes. One set photo shows Dumbledore speaking with Flamel and Perenelle. Could be Dumbledore retrieving the stone. Could be setting up its destruction. Either way, it's world-building fans have wanted for years. The full attack on Godric's Hollow. This might be the biggest one. The reboot is filming the entire Halloween attack. James, Lily, baby Harry, Voldemort, everything. It might even open the series. It's darker, richer, and absolutely more cinematic than anything the movies dared to do in 2001. Missing characters return. Peeves? Charlie Weasley? Professor Binns? Ronan the Centaur? Full Flamel storyline. These aren't cameos. They're woven into the show's DNA now. And honestly, including these characters isn't padding. It's actually a sign that HBO understands this isn't just a retelling of the movies. This is the first true book-accurate adaptation. If you're liking this breakdown, hit like. It helps way more than you think. That said, not everything is being rebuilt from scratch. There's a lot that the reboot seems content to replicate, and that consistency raises both hopes for nostalgia and concerns for redundancy. The sets are near identical. The robes are near identical. Even Hogwarts architecture looks like it's trying to replicate the movies. There's a reason. Money. Universal's theme parks, Warner Brothers attractions, merchandise, all of them use the movie designs. Deviating too far would fracture the brand. But there's a problem. If HBO sticks too close visually, people start asking the obvious question. Why reboot it at all? Here's the real answer. The story. The movies cut tons of plot lines and boiled huge books down to 2-hour scripts. The show is 8 episodes per book, minimum. Later seasons might be 10 to 12 episodes each. They finally have room to tell the story properly. Yes, it'll feel familiar, but the pacing, character arcs, and world building will be totally different. Let me know if you want a full video exploring the why of the reboot. There's a lot to unpack there. This last part ties everything together. The Harry Potter brand is in the middle of a weird revival. Not a simple nostalgia flash. A structural revival. You've got Tom Felton breaking Broadway records, Radcliffe blessing the reboot from afar, the new cast gaining traction online, theme parks still packed, Hogwarts legacy selling like crazy, the reboot confirming deeper storylines, the entire fandom returning to Hogwarts after Fantastic Beasts fizzled out. It's not one event. It's the combination of all of them. Every few years, Harry Potter has a flashpoint where the fandom swings back into global conversation. The HBO series is shaping up to be the biggest one since Deathly Hallows Part 2. And studios love a sure thing. They can't leave it alone. And honestly, neither can we. This series is going to dominate headlines for the next 2 years, and I'll be covering everything. All right, that's the full breakdown of everything happening right now in the world of Harry Potter. There's a lot going on. Way more than even I expected this month. If you enjoyed this video, hit like to support the channel, but be sure to subscribe for more. Drop a comment telling me which chapter you want expanded into its own dedicated video, and subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive. See you in the next one. And yeah, things are about to get very interesting. Peace.